In tonight's Crime Watch 10, a Wabash Valley Sheriff's deputy who finds himself on the wrong side of the law fights to stay out of jail until his trial date. Putnam County Deputy Sheriff T.J. Smith is charged with using excessive force. News 10 first brought you the story on Monday. The allegations include Smith using his taser on a man who was already in handcuffs. Smith was back in court today. So was News 10's John Swanner, who joins us now with the latest. John?
Well, Patrice, today's hearing was what you call a detention hearing. And in the federal system, you're either free in the time leading up to your trial date, or like in Smith's case, the prosecution can argue to a judge that you should be kept in jail. To recap, Deputy Smith, who is also a Greene County City Councilman, faces 4 federal charges, involving allegations he used excessive force while on duty. Smith is charged with punching, kneeing, and even tasing persons who were already in police custody. But federal prosecutors didn't stop there. They pointed to what they call Deputy Smith's history of violent acts and dishonesty. In 1999, he was convicted in a misdemeanor battery case where a victim was a 3-year-old girl. Smith admitted to hitting the girl on the hip, drawing blood. In 2001, the Indiana Boys School fired him from his correction officer position for using excessive force on 2 teen boys. In 2008, then Putnam County Sheriff Mark Frisbee and Lone Star Cement both fired Smith for ghost employment. 3 years later, the incidents outlined in the indictment began. Now, this was the scene outside the U.S. courthouse in Terre Haute today after Magistrate Judge Craig McKee ordered that Deputy Smith be released pending trial. Most of the people you see came in support of Deputy Smith. We asked federal prosecutors if filing charges against a police officer could hurt the U.S. attorney's relationship with other law enforcement agencies in the area.
I think that the officers and agents that we work with understand what the standards are. And frankly, if people from those departments were to engage in this behavior, it would undermine our ability to prosecute these cases.
Deputy Smith is released on several conditions. For instance, he cannot have firearms or weapons of any kind, and this would include within the scope of his job as a deputy sheriff. And speaking of, Smith's defense attorney indicated in court he will be placed on administrative leave with pay by Putnam County Sheriff Steve Fenwick. Smith's trial is set for April the 28th. Back to you.
Thank you, John.